Have you ever noticed that seemingly simple tasks like getting up from a chair, carrying a shopping bag, or climbing a few stairs have become more difficult? You may tell yourself that you're just tired, or that it's normal as you age. But if these signs keep repeating themselves over time, your body may be sending you an emergency signal that you haven't yet recognized. In medicine, this condition is called sarcopenia, or age-related muscle atrophy. This is not an inevitable part of aging, but a process that can be slowed down, intervened, and even reversed if you understand the causes and take timely action. According to statistics from in-depth studies, by the age of 70, the average person has lost about 40% of their muscle mass compared to the most vigorous period of their life. What's remarkable is that this decline happens gradually, almost unnoticed, until they can no longer climb stairs, lose balance when changing positions, or easily fall over even a misstep. Sarcopenia is a silent threat to the independence of older adults. Unlike a heart attack or a serious diagnosis that prompts immediate action, muscle loss happens quietly, but the consequences are huge. When you become frail, it's not just your body that's failing. It's your ability to live independently and rely on others for daily activities. A study from Johns Hopkins University found that older adults with severe muscle loss were 320% more likely to need help with mobility or become dependent than those who maintained healthy muscle mass. What few people know is that muscles don't just help you move. It is also closely related to metabolic function, blood sugar control, circulation support, and even affects memory. Muscles are actually a multifunctional biological system acting as a factory that coordinates a series of important life activities. So why do many people not realize that they are losing muscle? First of all, because this process happens slowly with almost no obvious signs. Small changes such as feeling weaker when opening a jar lid, or having difficulty holding a grandchild, or walking quickly, are often attributed to normal aging. This concept makes many people subjective, not going to the doctor, and missing the golden period to prevent muscle loss. In addition, most of the current periodic health checkup programs focus on blood pressure, cardiovascular, or diabetes, but few people pay attention to measuring and evaluating muscle mass. That is why sarcopenia is known as the silent thief. It takes away your strength every day without you even realizing it until it's too late. But is this inevitable? In fact, muscle loss is not an inevitable part of aging. Recent studies have shown that in addition to exercise, a lack of essential nutrients is the underlying cause of faster than normal muscle atrophy. And what's worrying is that up to 78% of people over 60 years old are deficient in at least one of the important micronutrients for maintaining healthy muscle mass, but don't know it. This also means that the process of declining body strength is not destiny. You are not destined to become weak, lose mobility, or become dependent just because you are in your 60s. Instead, by understanding the important nutrients for the body and proactively supplementing them through diet or appropriate forms, you can completely protect and restore the strength lost over time. Not only that, there is a lot of scientific evidence that combining adequate nutrition with appropriate light exercise can significantly improve muscle mass and endurance in just a few weeks, even in people over 70 years old. This opens up hope for millions of seniors that your body can still become stronger, more flexible, and most importantly, more independent no matter what age you are. So what are the nutrients needed to support muscle recovery? How do you know if you are deficient in these important elements? And most importantly, where do you start? Let's find out in the next section, where we will delve into the top 6 micronutrients that are scientifically proven to help older adults maintain and restore muscle mass most effectively today. This will be the foundational knowledge to help you rebuild strength from within, not for appearance, but for freedom, dignity, and a better quality of life every day. When it comes to aging, many people often think that getting weaker, moving slower, or feeling tired is inevitable. However, there is an important truth that needs to be clarified. There is a huge difference between normal aging and pathological muscle loss, also known as sarcopenia. Distinguishing between these two concepts not only helps us identify our health status correctly, but also opens up a proactive approach to maintaining flexibility and mobility as we age. Aging is a natural biological process that everyone will experience. Over time, the body tends to produce fewer hormones. The metabolic rate slows down, and the cells are no longer as effective as before. A portion of muscle mass will decrease slightly with age, which is normal. But when that decrease exceeds the physiological threshold, accompanied by symptoms such as a marked decrease in strength, difficulty in daily activities, or an increased risk of falling, it is no longer normal aging, but a sign of a pathological condition that needs proper attention. The good news is that age-related muscle loss is not an unchangeable fate. Today, with the advancement of science, we have a clearer view of the mechanism of sarcopenia formation and effective solutions for prevention and improvement. The three key elements in a strategy to protect and restore muscle in the elderly are proper nutrition, regular gentle exercise, and quality sleep. Nutrition is the first and most important foundation, but it is also the most overlooked. The elderly body no longer absorbs nutrients as well as before the digestive system weakens, and the sense of appetite also gradually decreases. Without adequate supplementation of essential nutrients, especially micronutrients directly related to muscle structure and function, the body will not have enough raw materials to maintain current muscle mass, let alone restore lost muscle. In fact, many studies show that the majority of people over 60 years old are deficient in at least one or more micronutrients necessary for muscle health without knowing it. In addition, exercise plays a role in activating the muscle system to work and produce muscle protein. It is worth noting that we don't need overly heavy exercises or complicated equipment. Even light exercises such as walking, stretching, balancing exercises, or standing up and sitting down several times a day can effectively stimulate muscle activity. These seemingly simple movements have the ability to send signals to the body that the muscles are being used, thereby promoting the regeneration and protection of existing muscle mass. If you do not exercise, the body will understand that those muscle groups are no longer needed and begin to eliminate them, a process that occurs very quickly in the elderly. Another essential factor that cannot be missed in this overall picture is sleep. Muscles are not restored during exercise, but during rest, especially when you enter the deep sleep stage. This is when growth hormone is secreted, most strongly playing an important role in regenerating muscle tissue, repairing small micro-injuries, and restoring strength after a day of activity. Unfortunately, most older adults have difficulty maintaining deep sleep, which inadvertently reduces muscle recovery and accelerates muscle loss. The three factors of nutrition, exercise, and sleep do not exist separately. They complement each other and form a complete biological cycle. Nutrition provides raw materials. Exercise activates the need to build muscle, and sleep completes the repair and growth process. When one link is broken, the entire system is affected. Therefore, to protect your muscle mass, you need to approach it from many angles, instead of focusing on just one factor. In today's content, we will focus on the first factor, nutrition. Specifically, the 6 most essential nutrients for muscles that older adults are most likely to lack. These are micronutrients that have been shown in numerous clinical studies to have a significant impact on body mass, strength, and recovery as you enter middle and old age. Some of the names you may have heard of, but you may not have known their true role in maintaining body strength. In the next section, you will explore each micronutrient in detail, from the mechanism of action, why they are important to how to recognize when the body is lacking, and the nutrient-rich food sources that can be supplemented daily. The goal is not only to provide knowledge, but also to help you apply it immediately to your life, gradually rebuilding the foundation of muscle health, the core factor of independence and quality of life in old age. We will explore 6 essential nutrients that can have a profound impact on the ability to maintain and restore muscle mass in older adults. Each nutrient has a separate role, but when combined, they create a solid foundation to help maintain physical strength and independence over time. Coenzyme Q10 is a vitamin-like compound present in almost every cell of the body and is especially important in the mitochondria, where energy is produced. In muscles, CoQ10 plays a key role because it participates in the process of creating ATP, the energy source needed for the body to contract, move, and recover. As age increases, the content of CoQ10 in the body decreases significantly. Studies show that it can decrease by up to 65% in people over 70 years old. In particular, many elderly people are using cardiovascular drugs such as statins, which inadvertently reduce CoQ10, further leading to fatigue, muscle aches, and reduced endurance. CoQ10 deficiency may not be obvious, but is easily recognized by signs such as decreased energy, slow recovery after exertion, persistent feeling of lethargy, difficulty climbing stairs, or carrying light loads. Natural sources of CoQ10 in foods include salmon, mackerel beef, liver-eared meat, and whole grains. However, because dietary levels of CoQ10 are often low, older adults, especially those taking medications, may need to supplement in pill form. Experts often recommend taking the more biologically active form ubiquinol, combined with good fats to increase absorption. An extended approach is to combine CoQ10 supplementation with deep breathing exercises or respiratory meditation. The 4-7-8 breathing technique, or slow breathing, improves mitochondrial function, thereby optimizing overall energy efficiency. The combination of nutrition and respiratory regulation creates a sustainable foundation for older adults to recover and increase endurance. Vitamin D is a nutrient that is all too familiar when it comes to bone and joint health. But few people know that it also plays an important role in coordinating muscle activity and reflexes. The body has vitamin D receptors scattered throughout muscle tissue and the nervous system. When vitamin D levels are insufficient, the body is prone to losing balance, slow reflexes falling easily, or having difficulty maintaining posture. Elderly people have a lower ability to synthesize vitamin D from sunlight than young people due to thin skin and reduced enzyme activity. In addition, the habit of going out less or living in an environment lacking natural light causes the rate of vitamin D deficiency to increase up to more than 40% in people over 65 years old. Common signs of deficiency are weak muscles in the thighs and hips, difficulty standing up and sitting down, loss of confidence when moving or falling frequently. These are important warning signs, but are often overlooked. Vitamin D can be supplemented through food sources such as fatty fish, egg yolks, fortified milk, and morning sunlight. However, older people often need to take supplements to ensure the necessary amount. Experts recommend supplementing from 1,000 to 2,000 units per day, depending on the body's condition and the level of deficiency. In addition to its effects on bones and muscles, vitamin D D also supports nerve conduction function. When vitamin D is deficient, signals from the brain to the muscles can slow down, causing weak reflexes and reduced flexibility in sudden situations. Vitamin B12 is an essential nutrient that has a close connection between the nervous system and muscles. It not only helps maintain healthy nerves, but also plays a role in the formation of red blood cells, the element that carries oxygen to muscle tissue to maintain endurance and contractility. When vitamin B12 is deficient, signals from the brain to the muscles can be distorted or disrupted, leading to muscle weakness, tremors, unsteadiness, and reduced coordination. A worrying point is that older people have more difficulty absorbing B12 due to a decrease in stomach acid and intrinsic factors necessary for absorption in the small intestine. Certain medications such as metformin or long-term antacids also reduce the ability to absorb B12. The deficiency occurs silently, often confused with signs of aging, such as poor memory, forgetfulness, decreased concentration, or chronic fatigue. In fact, many people are misdiagnosed with dementia or early-stage Alzheimer's, when the real cause is vitamin B12 deficiency. Natural sources of B12 are abundant in red meat, liver, fish eggs, and milk. However, for older adults, sublingual tablets or oral sprays are often more effective because they do not rely on the digestive system for absorption. Regularly checking blood B12 levels, especially for those taking diabetes or stomach medications, is an important step to prevent the risk of unwanted deficiencies. Vitamin C is commonly known as an antioxidant and immune support, but its role in muscles is also extremely important. First of all, vitamin C is an indispensable factor in the synthesis of collagen, a structural protein that makes up the connective tissue around muscles. Vitamin C deficiency makes the tissues that support muscles weaker, increasing the risk of injury and reducing muscle stability. In addition, vitamin C also supports the synthesis of carnitine, a compound needed to convert fatty acids into energy in muscle cells. Vitamin C deficiency reduces the ability to produce energy from fat, causing muscles to fatigue easily, lack endurance, and slow recovery after exercise. Older adults are at high risk of vitamin C deficiency due to a monotonous diet, low intake of fresh fruits and vegetables, or improper storage that causes food to lose nutrients. Mild signs of vitamin C deficiency include dry skin, easy bruising, slow wound, healing muscle aches, and weakness. More severe symptoms can lead to bleeding gums, gingivitis, or arthritis. Foods rich in vitamin C include almond oranges, grapefruits, bell peppers, tomatoes, strawberries, cauliflower, and broccoli. Because vitamin C is not stored by the body for long, it needs to be replenished regularly every day. Interestingly, vitamin C also plays a role in regulating immunity at the muscle cell level, helping to prevent inflammation, which is a potential cause of muscle loss in older adults. Magnesium is an essential mineral that acts as a biological switch for muscle activity. During muscle contraction, calcium floods into the muscle cell to trigger contraction, and magnesium then helps the muscle relax. If magnesium is deficient, muscles do not relax properly, leading to stiffness, contraction, cramps, or prolonged pain. In addition to its function of regulating contractions, magnesium is also necessary for the production of ATP, the main source of energy in cells. Magnesium deficiency causes muscles to produce energy less effectively, leading to muscle fatigue, rapid fatigue, and difficulty recovering after exercise. In addition, magnesium also affects sleep quality, a vital factor for restoring and maintaining muscle mass. Studies show that people with stable magnesium levels often have deeper sleep, wake up less often in the middle of the night, and feel more alert in the morning. Food sources rich in magnesium include dark green, leafy vegetables, nuts, beans, bananas, avocados, and whole grains. However, for older people with digestive problems or taking diuretics, the risk of deficiency is still high, even if they eat enough. A varied diet and regular electrolyte testing are useful ways to detect early and adjust promptly. Creatine is a nutrient that is often mistakenly thought to be only for athletes or bodybuilders. In fact, it is one of the important substances that helps maintain strength and muscle mass in older adults. Creatine helps quickly regenerate ATP, the type of energy that muscles use during quick, short movements, such as getting up from a chair, walking upstairs, or maintaining balance when tripping. With enough creatine, your body can react more flexibly, increase immediate strength, and reduce the risk of falling, one of the leading risk factors in older adults. In addition, creatine also supports the activity of satellite cells in the muscles, cells that have the ability to regenerate and repair maimed muscles. When you turn 60, the activity of these cells decreases by half, making recovery from injury or after a period of immobility more difficult. Creatine can restore much of this function if supplemented properly. Creatine is found naturally in red meat and fish, but in insufficient amounts to produce a positive effect if consumed alone. Therefore, supplementation in powder or pill form is a practical solution, with a suitable dose for older adults of about 3 to 5 grams per day. A notable extension is that if creatine is combined with light exercise, such as walking 20 minutes a day for 3 weeks, the effect of improving strength and endurance will be more pronounced. Users can self-assess their feelings, such as being able to stand up easier, climb stairs without getting tired, or lift lighter after the test period. Each of the micronutrients we have just learned about plays an irreplaceable role in maintaining muscle mass and strength in older adults. However, it is important to understand that no single nutrient can exert its optimal effect if it works alone. The body is a complex system, and the coordination of new factors is the key to creating sustainable change. Supplementing enough vitamin D but lacking vitamin B pull, or having enough magnesium but lacking protein, will also have very limited muscle recovery effectiveness. Therefore, an effective muscle loss prevention strategy needs to include 3 core elements that work together in harmony: supplementing enough essential micronutrients, maintaining regular light exercise, and ensuring daily protein intake meets the recommended level. These are the 3 pillars that create a solid foundation for a healthy, supple, and flexible body as you age. First, in terms of micronutrients. As presented, nutrients such as CoQ10 vitamins, DB, magnesium, and creatine. Each affect separate aspects of muscle. Some help increase energy production. Others support neuromuscular function, connective tissue formation, or recovery from exercise damage. When combined, they create a comprehensive support network for muscle regeneration and protection. Don't wait until your body shows obvious signs of deficiency before taking action, because by then the damage may have progressed deeply and will take a long time to recover. Second, exercise acts as a biological signal to the body that the muscles are still needed. When you stand up, walk, stretch, or do light exercises, the brain will activate the production of new proteins while maintaining the neuromuscular connection, helping the body react faster and more accurately. More importantly, regular daily exercise also contributes to improving blood circulation, bringing the newly supplemented micronutrients to the right muscle tissue that needs repair. A nutritional supplement regimen without exercise is like building a house without installing electricity. The system is still there, but it cannot function effectively. Third, protein is the structural component of every muscle cell. Without enough protein, your body will not be able to synthesize new muscle fibers, no matter how many supporting vitamins or minerals you have been provided. Protein needs are higher in older adults than in younger adults because synthesis is slower and utilization is less efficient. International health organizations recommend that people over 60 years old consume about 1.2 to 1. 5 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight per day, which is higher than the usual standard. This is equivalent to about 80 to 100 grams of protein per day for an average weight person. High-quality protein sources include lean meat fish, eggs, milk, tofu, and nuts. Spreading protein intake across meals throughout the day helps optimize absorption and muscle synthesis. To help seniors assess their muscle strength, there is a simple test that you can do at home without any equipment. Choose a sturdy chair with no arms of moderate height. Sit down in the chair with your feet firmly on the ground, your back straight, and your arms across your chest. Then try to stand up and sit down 5 times in a row without using your arms for support. The time it takes to complete this test can give you a rough idea of your muscle strength and balance. If you have difficulty completing 5 consecutive sit-ups without wobbling, or if it takes more than 15 seconds to complete it, may be a warning sign of muscle weakness and needs attention. Another way to track your progress is to create a 3-week challenge in which you apply the principles you've learned proper micronutrient supplementation. Increased protein combined with a form of light exercise every day, such as a 20-minute walk or deep breathing exercises. After 3 weeks, repeat the sit-up test to compare your results. Feeling more comfortable when moving less tired, when carrying light loads or sleeping better are all signs that your body is actively recovering. This comprehensive strategy doesn't require complicated equipment or elaborate training programs. The important thing is to be persistent. Understand what your body needs and start with small changes. No one can turn back time, but you can definitely slow down the aging process and retain your best energy if you know how to take care of it. Remember that maintaining muscle mass is not just a physical thing. It is also the key to freedom, confidence, and a sense of control, all of which are more valuable than ever as we enter the most meaningful phase of our lives. You have just explored with us 6 nutrients that play an important role in maintaining and restoring muscle mass in older adults. Each micronutrient has its own story, a unique mechanism of action, and an opportunity to help you maintain the freedom, energy, and dignity of old age. But now the most important question is not what we have learned, but what will you do next of the 6 nutrients just presented? Which one do you suspect you are most deficient in? Do you often feel tired for no apparent reason, perhaps due to a CoQ10 deficiency? Or have you recently had cramps at night or unsteady walking, perhaps related to a magnesium or vitamin D deficiency? Have you ever had shaky hands, memory loss, or the feeling that you are aging faster than others? Don't be too quick to blame age. Sometimes your body is just silently speaking out because of a lack of vitamin B12. This is the time for you to observe yourself objectively and honestly. Feeling your body is not a vague thing, but a skill that needs to be practiced. Start by recording unusual signs, recurring manifestations that you previously thought were normal in old age. It is these little things that are important clues to help you understand what is really happening inside your body. And if you suspect that you may be lacking one or more of the above nutrients, what is the next step? It's very simple. Go for a regular general health checkup and ask your doctor to check your blood to assess the concentration of essential micronutrients. Nowadays, testing vitamin D, B12, magnesium, or liver and kidney function to assess the absorption of CoQ10 creatine has become more popular and accessible than ever. The numbers in the test report will help you have a specific scientific view and personalize the solution for your own body instead of guessing or using it emotionally. However, you do not need to wait for the test to take action. From today, you can completely start with the smallest lifestyle adjustments. Drink enough water, eat a variety of natural foods, increase green vegetables, seeds, and fresh fruits, reduce processed foods, walk every morning, sleep on time, and keep your mind relaxed. Just a small change maintained long enough, the results will surprise you. You can also use the knowledge from this video to talk to your loved ones, especially the elderly in your family. Ask your parents if they often have cramps, fall easily, or feel tired. Review the medicine cabinet daily menu with them and make appropriate changes. Health is the most precious thing, and sometimes just a timely attention you can help someone maintain independence, happiness, and dignity in old age for a long time. Before ending today's video, I want to hear from you. Of the 6 micronutrients just shared, which one do you find most important to you? Have you ever tried supplementing or adjusting? How do you feel? Leave a comment below, share your experiences or questions. Don't hesitate, because those shares will motivate us to continue producing more in-depth and practical content. In addition, what topics would you like us to talk about in more depth in future videos? Are you concerned about joint pain and how to improve flexibility? Are you worried about memory and clarity? Or do you want to learn more about heart health, blood pressure, blood sugar, and other essential topics for middle and older age? Let us know in the comments. Your opinions are valuable and help us make our content more realistic. Finally, if you find this video useful, don't forget to like, subscribe to the channel, and share it with your loved ones, especially your parents, grandparents, or friends who are entering the old age stage and need more special care. A small action today can make a big change for your health tomorrow. Thank you for accompanying us until the end of the video. See you in the next episodes with more interesting and practical health knowledge. Wishing you good health flexibility and living every day to the fullest at any age.